Control the spice, control the universe. The franchise based on Frank Herbert's Dune series continues to expand with the announcement of a brand new video game. In addition to a Dune open-world survival game already in development, at this year's Game Awards, a short teaser was released for a new RTS game entitled Dune: Spice Wars. It's fitting that an RTS game will be the first to be published by Funcom, and doesn't really come as much of a surprise considering Dune RTS games have proven incredibly successful in the past, serving to introduce many fans to Frank Herbert's universe. The Conan Exiles studio, Funcom, currently has a 6-year deal with Legendary, the production studio that developed Denis Villeneuve's recent film adaptation, to make at least 3 games. And now we know for sure what 2 of those games are. Despite being partnered with Legendary, however, the developers of this new RTS game are basing their inspiration mainly on the books, as opposed to copying the designs found in Villeneuve's adaptation. Dune: Spice Wars is described as a real-time strategy game with 4X elements. 4X is an abbreviation for the gaming conventions Explore, Expand, Exploit, Exterminate. It is a subgenre of strategy game focused on empire building and with greater complexity and scale, and emphasis on economic and technological development. While Funcom is the publisher, the game is being developed by Shiro Games, the same creative team behind the critically acclaimed RTS game Northgard, released in 2017. In Funcom's official press release, Shiro Games CEO Sebastian Vidal revealed their excitement about this project and teased what fans can expect, saying, quote, "I think I speak for every single person at Shiro Games when I say that we are all massive fans of Dune, both of the original novel and the new and spectacular Denis Villeneuve film. To be able to bring this universe to life as a strategy game again is incredible. The Dune universe is the perfect setting for a strategy game. You have major factions such as House Atreides and House Harkonnen, with a rivalry that spans back centuries. You have political intrigue, deception, and warfare, all centered around what is by far the most valuable substance in the universe, spice. And then there is the stage itself, Arrakis, a hostile planet full of hidden wonders to explore. Massive sandworms that can devour entire armies, sandstorms, spice harvesters, all of which our amazing team of developers have incorporated into this game. I couldn't agree more with how well the setting for Dune is suited for an RTS, and I'm excited to see the various elements and political institutions of the Duneverse presented in this unique fashion." The press release continues in elaborating on the gameplay, saying, Dune: Spice Wars will have several playable factions, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, as well as multiple ways to achieve your ultimate goal, control of the spice on Arrakis. You can deploy agents to sabotage, assassinate, and spy on your opponents, use political means to influence the Landsraad, and pass beneficial resolutions, amass incredible wealth, and simply overwhelm the other houses through economic and technological supremacy, or you can opt for open war. I am intrigued to find out what different factions will be available for players besides House Atreides and Harkonnen. It is possible that non-canon houses could be added, as was the case with Dune 2, which added House Ordos as a playable faction. Though this Imperial House isn't officially canon, it was mentioned in the Dune Encyclopedia, so it will be interesting to find out what the developers come up with for the different factions, and what the particular strengths and weaknesses are for each house. The website, dunegames.com, contains more information about Spice Wars and features several gameplay screenshots. The website reveals the particulars of the game's 4X elements, saying, Explore Dune with ornithopters to discover resources, villages, and points of interest. Expand with your troops to take control of more and more regions. Exploit the resources through buildings and spice harvesters to dominate the economy. Exterminate your enemies with a strong military. But beware, as outright aggression can have high political repercussions. A recent article and behind-the-scenes trailer from IGN provided some more insight into the map and gameplay experience, saying, quote, "The action will take place on a circular map representing Arrakis's North Pole. and will have the option to roll up a randomized version or use an official configuration that is very faithful to the description in the books. While the whole planet is of course a big desert, the devs have gone out of their way to make sure it doesn't all feel like a big homogeneous sandbox. They even consulted a geologist to try and come up with enough visually and mechanically distinct types of arid terrain to keep things interesting. The article on IGN also brought out the value of rocky areas as they offer some safety from the worms, and that the deep deserts act almost like seas in a Civilization game. Simply venturing into them would be suicidally hazardous until you unlock later technology. The 3 primary paths to victory in Spice Wars are through destroying all of your rivals outright, being declared governor using political maneuvering, or achieving a score-based hegemony victory, which varies from faction to faction. After choosing your house, you'll also have a choice of consulars like Duncan Idaho or Lady Jessica serving to customize your playstyle. A major mechanic of the game revolves around the acquisition, stockpiling, and selling of spice, and its price will fluctuate. As a house, you'll get to interact with and participate in votes in the Landsraad to secure more power, as well as through the utilization of spies to learn enemies' attack routes and other avenues of espionage available to you as a player. There will be a few opportunities for storytelling as well, stemming from interactions with the Baron Harkonnen AI to other side stories involving ornithopter recovery or political subterfuge. The game will be released on PC in 2022, and during the early access period, the developers will continue to update and expand the game based on player feedback as they look to make improvements. According to the game's fact sheet, when early access opens up initially, you'll only be able to play in single-player mode, while multiplayer and story campaign modes will be added on later during this period before its full release. This project seems like a great companion to the books and films, where fans can get a sense of the political and commercial elements of this universe by taking part in the action themselves. Previous Dune RTS games made a big impression on the Dune fandom in general, so I'm hoping that this new game will serve to do much the same. At the very least, I hope it will trigger some interest in the original book series so that new players will be motivated to explore Frank Herbert's inspirational work. But I'm curious to know what you think about this upcoming entry to the Dune franchise. Are you excited for a new RTS set in Frank Herbert's Dune? If you've played any of the previous Dune games, what did you most enjoy from them, and what are you hoping to see from Spice Wars? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you'd like to watch me play this game when it becomes available, be sure to follow me on Twitch at NerdCookie Arcade, or catch the replays of my gaming streams on my NerdCookie Arcade gaming channel here on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more Dune and other sci-fi and fantasy news and lore. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, have a very nerdy day.